Alright, in this video I'm bringing you another tier list video, and in this one we're going to make a tier list. I'm going to make a tier list of my personal preference of the montages I have personally made. So starting back in 2011 all the way up till now, I'm going to put in order what I think have turned out the best. I don't just mean the editing, just the gameplay. I mean overall how happy I am looking back at them and how good I think they stand on their own. So let's jump into it here. So I have all of my montages here. I guess my webcam is kind of cutting off some, so let me move this around. Let's go to the top today. All right, we're gonna go up here. So right at the first one here, I have the intro I made for Ace the montage, or Ace's montage, with Snipetality made, Logan Dawson. And I think this one is one of the older ones. I think 2014. I have like 4 or 5 videos from 2014 because I made them faster and I had a lot of time, I guess. But this was definitely the best thing to come out of that era, and I will put it up at B tier, which I actually think is very high because I think this video turned out amazing and it led me down the path to connecting with some of these pro players and beyond entertainment and stuff like that. So it really led me down that. Next video on the list is Burger Wiener's Halo 4 competitive montage. Yeah, we're gonna put it right in the D tier, or E tier. So this was, I think, right before that, is funny enough, so there's a big jump up between the two. But it was Halo 4 and it was kind of rougher around the edges. If you watch it, it definitely shows its age. So I think it should be down in E. It's better than some of the first ones I made, but it's not one I'm going to go back and watch. So one of my first montages that wasn't my own montage I made for a Creed Warrior. And this was a Halo 4 one, and I put it at F because it was one of my first montages, and then, you know, they're not very good when you're first learning, so let's put it down there. It started a lot of things for me, really, down this path, but this is it's low quality. And same with his M2, put it right down there as well. So that I just did one quickly after his first one for the second one with a few new effects. I had like motion blur and Twitch and stuff in my After Effects, so I quickly made a second one, which turned out better than the first, but still very old, 2014 I believe. This next one here is the Denial Halo montage. I did this for Denial in 2015, so a year after these ones, and I actually like how it turned out. I'm going to put it in the D tier. I like it. I go back and watch it every once in a while. I think the intro was done very well, and I kind of like the dark color correction, and I've used some 3D on the map that I enjoyed, but overall it's going to stay in the D tier. Next on the list we have Domi's multi-Halo montage. Originally this was supposed to be Halo 4 only, but we talked about it and made it Halo 2, Halo 3, made it a multi-Halo. I think it turned out well. I'm going to put it in D tier as well. I really like the color correction, and this is when I started learning that I should change up the pacing and different styles of music throughout the video just to keep people interested. So I changed the color correction and the whole tone halfway through, and I really love it. I'll keep it D tier for now. So next I have Frosty's, which is my newest one. Which was his competitive only montage, so it's just tournament footage. I'll link down in the description to all of these. It'll be a long list of links, I guess. But newest one came out 2020, and I love the way it came out. I really was limited only using tournament footage, and I told the whole story in chronological order, which limits the editing even more, especially syncing to the music. So I had these limitations put on me, and I still love how it turned out. I'm going to put it up in the A tier. So Gunplex's montage. This was one that got me noticed by Beyond Entertainment and Logan Dawson, also known as Snipetality, which then afterward got me on to working on the Ace intro. So this one was big for getting noticed, and I think it was one of my most viewed on my channel because most of these videos go up on other people's channels. I just edit them, then they go up on Beyond Entertainment or Snipedown's or Frosty's channel. But this one did very good just on my channel, like 15,000 views in the first like year and some, so that was pretty cool. So I think it deserves an E because of that, so it's not as bad as the first ones, even though it was right around this era. I believe even the Burger Wiener one came after that, and if I could, I would put it above the Burger Wiener one. Maybe I'll even add another tier here. Yeah, let's add another one. Add row below. So let's move these like this. Now that I've done that, I don't want to do that. Let's go like that. So move that whole chunk down. So next is my Men of Steel dualtage. Which is between Apple Fanatic and Unisheck, who now works for 343. This is my favorite Halo 4 montage I've ever made, and watching all the old Halo 4 montages, I'm pretty biased, but this is one of my favorite ones. I think it has good clips, and I like the editing. It was nice, simple, clean editing, and it was like the first time I started not using the gameplay audio, but remaking all the audio myself. And for that one, I want to put it at C tier. So it was made before these ones, but to me it stands out. I really enjoy it, and it's the only like really good Halo 4 one I like. Next we have Mikwen's Halo 2 Anniversary. Didn't turn out nearly as good as it should have for the time, because it came after some of these. It came after all of these besides the Frosty one. But I just wasn't happy the way it came out because I didn't put enough time and effort into it, and we had to change up the song because of YouTube restrictions at the time. So unfortunately this one I'm going to put down E, which is nice that I made this little separation. So it is better than these two because these are older, but I mean it's still not up to par with these ones. Next I have Mikwen in Impended's Halo 4 dualtage. I don't remember the exact era when this one came out, but it's again somewhere around this time, 2014, and it was co-edited by Toto, and I think this one turned out pretty good. I was slowly getting better. I had really terrible color correction at the time, but I started getting better and I started using a lot more depth of field, and I think it turned out pretty decent. I'm gonna put it down in the E tier. So, you know, there's a few year gap between these two. I think this one turned out good. Next up is Mikwen's Halo Reach montage. It was co-edited with CJ New and myself. I think this one can go up in the C. Ooh, actually no, let's move it. Ooh, this one is tough. Wasn't prepared for this one. I think I'm gonna put it in C for now. I lied, put a D. All right, we changed our mind last second. Put in a D. All right, next I have Mercenators Outbreak 2. And this one I actually really enjoyed. It's a Halo 5 one. Took me longer to make than normal just because of the Halo 5 drain. Wasn't really feeling it, but I think it turned out well. I'm gonna put this one in C because it did turn out well, even though it's fairly new. I think it came out last year, 2019. It's still Halo 5, and it didn't have as much time as some of these big pro videos. Next is Outcast, which is Delta's competitive Halo Reach montage. Immediately I'm putting this to B tier. I really liked this one. Even though it's older than some of these up here, I think it turned out really well. I love competitive Halo Reach. The montages are what got me hooked back in the day, besides Halo 3. And I think this one just turned out really well. I went for a clean look and I kept a certain style, and I love it. So I'm gonna keep that one in B. Delta, I love that video. Next was Snipe Down. This is my most viewed one, and one of the most viewed Halo montages currently, like right now. It has like 220,000 views for Halo montage, which is huge. And this one will either be B or A. I think if I had the correct color correction, or if I fixed the color correction, I have it up in A. But it's a little too dark for YouTube's compression right now, and it doesn't look that good because of it. So I have it down in the B tier. It could be B or A, honestly. It goes between the two, these two, back and forth. For now, we'll keep it up in A tier. I think it turned out. No, on B. Again, changed my mind last second. Keeping it B. I think it turned out really great, but there's a few little things I would change now looking back on it. Color correction being the biggest one, and a little too much effects in the other ones. It would have kept it cleaner, but I think it still turned out really great. So I'm going to keep it in B tier, and it would be above these two if anything. If there's an order to this, which there is not, but if I am going to order it, I'll order it like this. So these two are ordered, these ones are not ordered, just a mess. So then Snipedown asked me in a 2-week period to make him an M2, which he didn't want it to be edited. He didn't need me to put a lot of time into it. He said, quickly get this out for me finishing off. I think it was right before the last Halo 5 tournament. I don't remember why, but it was something way to do, so I just slapped his clips together. It turned out fine, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like quickly thrown together so it doesn't stand on par with videos that took months to years to make. So for that, I'm going to put it down in the E tier. Wow, I'm so indecisive. You know, I said they had these white borders because I used to have thumbnails with white borders so it would match on YouTube until a few things changed. So that's kind of funny. I just grabbed the thumbnails exactly like that. I'm going to keep it E for now, just because of the less time put into it in the time crunch. So this last one here is my Superior Dualtage. So it's for, I don't know how to pronounce the one name, and Superior. This one is very old. It's older than ding 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 ding, like all of these besides these last ones here. But I actually think it's kind of fun to watch because this is before I got really like technical and analytical with my editing, where I have like I follow these rules and this is how I edit and I keep it clean and crisp. This is me just going crazy with it, and I kind of like it going back and watching it. This one I'll put in E. It's a fun time. It's definitely way older than the other ones in these categories and everything above it, but it's fun to watch. And I had a few editors back in the day say this was their favorite one for me, which I thought was kind of crazy because it breaks so many rules and it's just all over the place. Hey, I have a fun time watching it too because of that. So it's cool to see the progress. Most of these are in order of, older to newer as it goes up the list. I got better, but some of them are mixed around. Like this one's a lot higher for 2015, 2014, and obviously the other 2015, 2014 videos. And really, I do like all my videos. They all have a certain point in history where they brought me to where I am now. And I go back and watch all of them just for the nostalgia. But I'm really curious to hear what you guys think and what order you would put this in. Maybe I'll share this tier list maker thing here and you can order them and send me a picture on Twitter or something. But that's the list of my videos. If you guys enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up and I'll catch you in the next one.